Hello, this is a Farfisa Fast Five, and it is in pretty decent shape. A little spot there on the front, not too bad though. Had some little cracks underneath I had to put back together on the plastic bottom. It's got this plastic cover underneath where the screws tend to crack out on the edges. Otherwise, in pretty nice shape. There's the front cover. Not too bad. It's got this power supply that completely confused me. It has a potentiometer here that was dirty. 6 volts. And I thought the transformer had fried or something because I somehow got a bad reading on the initial capacitor. I don't know how I measured that wrong. It gave me 6 volts there also, I thought, but I thought, well, the pre-filter's bad. The transformer must be wired for 220, and I'm running it on 110 because it's supposed to have 12 volts on the output, even though it would have had more headroom because it's got a regulator. But anyway, I went, well, that's not true. The wires are hooked up in parallel in there and not in series, so I concluded that the transformer was probably fried, but before I went out there I checked again to try to find a scrap one. Unfortunately, it was not the transformer. So anyway, this thing is all ready to play, I believe. That is the board that goes back there, and very sensitive envelope control, and that's your decay time. They show you the oscillator, PA73, the PA74 is the divider, and 75 is just a keyer. The key switch comes in here and just provides a voltage change so that the waveform, it goes through a diode here. Fairly simple circuit for causing the waveform to be compressed to no avail and then open again when you drop the voltage and open some headroom for it to come through here. So that's your keyer circuit and your divider and oscillator, and they show them all here in a block diagram how they're hooked up, and it's a little complex to read. You got, lines going across to things, and they don't tell you which card does what on the cards, but they have a little block diagram here, and it does give you general idea of what does what there. So don't be too confused if you ever run into the diagrams on this thing. It is helpful though to have what I want to say is the pin numbers on. Let me just go through the pins here on the cards. This is PA73. They don't tell you, the order doesn't make any sense, as you'll see. We've got on the right here, as you look at this thing, all the way over on the right. I wish I had a pointer. This is like top view, and so I'm starting on the right here and going across on the thing. It has 12 volts on the right on both these two, on both the divider and the oscillator. So you go 12 volt, then it goes to capacitor C3 on the next pin of that pair. And then you have a 3-pin group, and that's the output on the first one, C2, and then C3 on the other side, and it also goes to C1 there, as you'll see in the diagram. And then over here, you've got, those are off-board capacitors. They're boards that are on the motherboard, capacitors that are on the motherboard, excuse me, that this thing plugs into and is soldered, and always watch those connectors. Make sure they're not cracked. And then the group of 2 over here, you've got a ground, and the vibrato is the last pin over there. Down here, you've got 12 volts and out on the first pair, and then you've got in and ground on the second pair, and you've got the other out, which is labeled 2 on the diagram. They don't tell you anything is on the diagram. They just, what does 2 mean? I don't know why they put that there. The in was called 3 and the out is called 2. And then there's another out here, which is, I think, called out, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, PA75, the key switch, and then the divider, and then the plus, and then the ground. So that's, oh, yeah, could have seen a bear there. Wasn't looking through my camera, sorry. Anyway, so that will hopefully save you a lot of time. And then I drew where all the cards are located in the back here, if you can see that. Reading, I'll just read from left to right. That's the power supply, PA 102 there, and then 105, 113, 114, and 100, which is the one I've got out down there. And then the power supply again, PA 103 on this side towards the keyboard. And then 96, 97, 98, 99, read straight across there. So that's the stuff they kind of left out of the schematic that might help some people. So I'm going to play it. I got the thing set up with a lot of percussion sound here. Long percussion. Not sure I've totally got it set up right, the bass percussion, or not there. Okay, make it sharp or soft. You can feel it. Let's see, sharp or soft on the mixture. Brilliant mixture. It's kind of, you got these sustaining sounds over here. The Kimura, that's the clavichord, and this one. Getting totally alone. So it was a pretty crude but interesting mix of possibilities on these things. The percussion seems really odd to me. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to sound. Yeah, it seems to all be working. There are adjustments all over this thing. I probably have some of them that might still need to be adjusted, maybe for the filtering on that or something. But anyway, that's the general synopsis on that machine. The Farfisa Fast Five. You can see it's got the type of key that's found in some other ones of theirs, I think. That might be the same as the later ones, I'm not sure.